Assalamualaikum and good afternoon everyone. Okay, in this video I'm going to explain to you about chapter 4, which is the user control input and output. So basically in this chapter you will be able to prompt the user for input to an M file program, and then next create output using the display function. Next, you will also be able to create formatted output using fprintf and sprintf, and also use graphical techniques to provide program input, and finally use cell mode to modify and run M file programs. So user-defined input. Okay, so up to this point, what we have done is actually we have hard-coded the values of variables into our M file programs. Okay, what I mean was, whenever we have a written program in script files, okay, we assume that the programmer, which is you, and the user are also you. Okay, so maksudnya the programmer and the user are the same person. So every time, whenever you need to make some changes on the input of that program, what you did is you just change the code to run the program with different input values, right? Okay, but today in this chapter, we're going to create a more general programs which allow us or any other users to input values, to directly supply input values, either of a matrix or scalar or character string, from the keyboard while the program is still running. Okay, so we can do that by using these input functions. Okay, so input function will allow us to prompt the user to enter a value. Okay, so you akan enter you punya value for that specific input just by typing from your keyboard, and also while the program is still running. Okay, so this is a simple example of an input function. Okay, notice the basic syntax here. Okay, so the basic syntax, okay, include, this is the variable name assignment. Okay, so you have to type input followed by this bracket, and then whatever statement atau character, biasa kita panggil statement ni adalah character string, it should be enclosed in between this quotation, single quotation marks, and then tutuplah bracket tu. Okay, so input function ni yang akan prompt user to enter a value. Okay, so let's say kita ada this command, and then when you hit run, okay, so apa yang akan appear on command window is this enter a value. Okay, so let's see the example. Okay, let's say saya akan assign, okay, whatever input yang user akan enter into this variable name Z. So input enter a value. Okay, ni syntax dia, and then saya run. Tengok dekat command window, enter a value, and then notice on the left side of your screen here, okay, MATLAB is waiting for input from user. Okay, nampak dia punya cursor pun blinking. Okay, so you kena masukkan input, lepas tu baru dah tak ada status dekat sini, tak ada status waiting for input, maksudnya this command have been executed. Okay, so now tengok dekat workspace ni, dia dah store value 5 into your variable, you punya variable name Z tadi. Okay, so next, what are kind of inputs, okay, that we can use with the input function? Okay, dia sama je. Okay, scalar could be a single value numbers. Matrix, okay, matrix yang ada row and columns tu, tapi make sure when you nak specify input of a matrix, make sure you enter the matrix inside a square brackets, and also use semicolon, okay, untuk separate between rows. And then also character strings. Character string ni adalah statement lah, macam saya tunjuk example tadi, enter a value. Okay, make sure dia enclose dalam single quotation marks ni. Okay, so dia ada dua cara. Sama ada pertama, karakter apa yang you nak buat tu, ABC tu, you tutup dia dengan single quotation marks. Ataupun yang kedua, you tak perlu letak quotation marks, tapi you kena specify ni string input S ni on the second field of dia punya input function. So input, okay, whatever input yang you nak type nanti, let's say enter a name ke kan, okay, input ni, okay, second field kena supply this one. Okay, so let's see an example, okay, for all these data types. Okay, enter a value. Okay, scalar saya dah buat tadi yang 5. So sekarang kita try matrix. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's try. Kita nak letak character input, enter a value. Okay, with enter a value here, okay, you kena enter character dalam, okay, you kena provide je dalam single quotation sign. Okay, MATLAB is fine. Macam ni. Okay, but alternatively, when you include this as this string input, okay, you letak quotation as quotation ni. Okay, so bila you run, okay, yang ni specifically untuk character string, you boleh directly type MATLAB is fine without having to enter dia dalam single quotation marks. Okay, so you can notice on your workspace window. Okay, kedua-dua cara ni, kedua-dua cara bila kita nak enter characters as kita punya input, okay, sama ada with quotation atau without quotation. Okay, you kena betul-betul clear macam mana cara dia. Okay, so if you notice on you punya strings ni, okay, lihat dekat workspace window, there's a ABC stored. Okay, ada icon ABC tu, which means that this one here is a character input. Okay, character input maksudnya it doesn't have any numerical information. Dia hanya store dia dalam array of character information. Okay, so the character tak semestinya hanya like this alphabets atau statement kan. Okay, character could also be numbers or letters, combination of numbers and letters, and punctuation, or some non-display characters including space. Okay, yang ni kita dah ada space kan. Okay, let's say saya buat example. Okay, my age is 25. Okay, tengok dekat sini. Okay, the character is, walaupun ada nombor 25 ni, tapi 25 ni dia tak hold numerical information. Dia tak store 25 tu as value Z. Okay, so in fact all the Z variable name ni dia store as character. okay, which consists of my age is 25. Okay, itu maksudnya character array. Okay, later kita akan ada satu session untuk buat all the exercise and examples. Okay, so that is the input functions. Okay, so you boleh tahulah. Okay, I hope you boleh dapat the difference. So biasanya sebelum ni, whenever kita nak assign value to z, apa yang kita lakukan adalah kita type macam ni kan, z equals to 23. Okay, tapi with input function, kita punya program just become a more general. Okay, so every time siapa-siapa yang guna program ni, dia tak perlu tukar dekat kod ni. Okay, ni kalau kita buat kod dekat sini, section 23 kan, dia tak perlu tukar, change this code. Okay, to change the change to different input. Okay, kita hanya perlu guna input function ni and then dapatkan input daripada user yang akan guna program tu. Right, so we are done with input function. So let's look at output functions. So there are several ways that MATLAB use to display the contents of a matrix atau the contents of a variables atau whatever content yang you nak MATLAB to display. Okay, some of them are enter the name of a variable. Okay, kita call je variable tu. Okay, maksudnya like this one kan. Okay, saya clear. Okay, let's say saya assign A to variable 23. Okay, so saya nak dapatkan value A. Okay, on comma window. Saya hanya type A, enter. So MATLAB akan print out content of variable A tu on comma window. Ini saya nak repeat dengan Z. Macam tu kan. Okay, by typing the name of a variable. So every time saya buat macam tu, the name will be repeated. Nampak name ni, dia akan repeat on command window, and the value of the matrix will be displayed on the next line. Okay, secondly, kita ada display function. Okay, disp, display function. Okay, cara kita guna ni adalah kita type disp sahaja. Okay, untuk display function ni, okay, it can be used to display the contents of a matrix without printing the matrix name. Okay, for example, kita akan store variable x into a row vector of 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's clear my command window. Okay, so now x 1, 2, 3. So saya suppress output, and then I'm going to okay, nampak workspace ada store saya punya information of row vector x tadi. So bila saya nak keluarkan content dia, saya boleh type x and dia akan keluar on command window, tapi dia akan repeat variable name x tu and then content dia on the second line. Okay, saya juga boleh guna display x here. Okay, to display the contents of this matrix. Okay, with display x here, with display x function yang saya guna ni, okay, MATLAB hanya keluarkan the content ni without repeating the variable name. Okay, nampak? Okay, jadi kita juga boleh guna display function ni untuk display a string. Okay, since tadi kita dah tengok kan macam mana kita letak string as kita punya input. So let's say kita nak tambah baik kita punya display ni. Okay, so what I can do now is command window, I'm going to type display the values in the X matrix are okay. So saya nak type this one, lepas tu saya nak keluarkan content X tu. So obviously kalau saya type variable name X ni, okay, sebab ni kita tak run lagi. So kalau saya type variable name X ni, okay, dia akan repeat variable name ni dulu baru keluarkan content. Okay, so I don't want something like that. So apa yang saya boleh buat adalah saya type, saya clear again. Okay, since display ni dia hanya keluarkan whatever content dalam string ni kan, and then kita akan display X. So display X dia akan display 1, 2, 3 je lah. Okay, lepas tu kita tekan run. Okay, so nampak tak kita punya apa ni, information ni, output information yang kita dapat setelah kita execute command yang kita type dalam editor ni adalah lebih structure, nampak lebih tersusun. Okay, sebab apa tersusun? Kedua-dua display function ni kita boleh combine. Okay, tak semestinya dua je. Dan nak buat 100 display function pun tak ada masalah. Tapi you kena tahu bahawa every time you execute display function ni, the results for display function ni, it will be displayed as ataupun displayed on separate lines. Maksudnya yang the first one ni display the values ni dulu, the first line, second line baru dia akan display X. Okay, so alternatively sekarang let's say saya nak the output on command window ni bukan separate lines. So let's say saya nak dia menjadi the values in the X matrix are, so right after the colon ni ada keluarkan value of X matrix ni lah. Okay, so untuk jadikan dia sebegitu rupa, saya boleh combine display function dengan number to string function. Okay, number to string function. Ini. Okay, disebabkan display function tadi hanya takes one input, sebab itulah dia keluar satu line. Okay, so saya tahu kita mesti combine array to make more complicated output. So saya boleh guna the number to string function to change the numeric information to a string. Jadi saya akan gunakan this command, saya akan type this command, okay, combine display dan number to string ni. Okay, tapi yang ni ada tertinggal koma ni. Tu macam tak cukup ni. Koma. Right after you tutup ni kan, letak koma kat sini. Okay, baru boleh execute. Jadi, macam ni. Okay, nampak? Saya nak dia keluar macam ni. Satu line saja output dekat command window tu. Okay, apa yang saya boleh buat adalah perbaiki saya punya ni lah. Jadi saya akan combine display the values in the array are okay, num to string. Num to string ni function dia akan convert atau dia akan transform, okay, the matrix X ni to a character array. Okay, lepas tu dia akan combine dengan first string ni, first string kita, the values in the array are. Okay, so that you punya resulted output tu dia akan appear on the same line. Okay, so num to string dalam ni adalah input untuk num to string function ni. Input ni X sebab saya punya variable name here X. Okay, kalau ni A, So everything kita tukar lah. Display A, nama tu string A. Okay, yang ni kita combine. So that's why kita gunakan ini square bracket here. Okay, lepas tu tambah satu lagi round bracket. Okay, so you tengok yang dua ni result from display to display function. Ini adalah results of combined two display functions. And yang bawah ni adalah kita transform using num to string. Transform. Okay, with num to string function, okay, kita punya output akan appear on the same line like this. Okay, which is nampak lebih logik lah kan, sebab ayat dia tak panjang sangat. Okay, jadi kalau ayat dia pendek, lebih logik lah kalau kedua-duanya berada dalam satu line yang sama. Okay. Okay, satu lagi hints. Okay, let's say you nak apa karakter yang you nak guna tu. Let's say if you want to include apostrophe dalam string you, make sure you enter the apostrophe twice. Okay, kalau tidak, if you don't do it, MATLAB will think that the second apostrophe terminates the string. For example, let's say you nak display the moon's gravity is 1/6 of the Earth. Okay, nampak green color purple ni kan. Okay, so MATLAB akan fikir bahawa yang ni dia terminate the string lah, dah tutup dah, dah complete dah string. Tapi sebenarnya you hanya nak letak apostrophe kan untuk the moon. So okay, so you kena click apostrophe twice. Okay, so we run. Tengok ni, the moon's gravity is 1/6 of the Earth. Okay, like that. Next is here. Okay, so you have been introduced to this input function and display function. Okay, now this is an example of a MATLAB program which mimics a conversation. Okay, yang kita develop. Okay, kita develop this program using the input and display functions. Okay, so the example are like this. So saya dah type in before this. Okay, so saya just clear my command window, and then let's see these interactions coming up on command window. Okay, so hi there, I'm your MATLAB program. Who are you? So masuklah nama you, Adi. Okay, don't you just love computers? Yes. Computers are very useful. Okay. Okay, tengok ada macam some time gap before MATLAB appear the last line, which is bye-bye. Okay, sebab saya tak ada 5. So kalau saya buat cepat sikit, maybe 2. What happen is kita re-execute this program. Okay, nama ni Alia tukar. Yes. Computers are very useful. Nampak cepat dia keluar bye-bye tu kan. Okay, compared to before. So with pause function ni, if you execute pause function without any input, the program akan tunggu you until user hit the enter. Okay, sekarang ni pause saya ada input kan. So kalau saya execute pause ni tanpa ada any input, Okay, so kita re-execute this program again. Re-execute program, run je. Alia. Okay, Y. Nampak? Tak keluar kan? Okay, you tengok dekat sebelah kiri ni dia tulis pause. Press any key. Okay, tekanlah enter. Okay, baru dia akan keluar bye-bye. Okay, so kalau you specify input, let's say cepat sikit, 2 seconds. 2 ni maksudnya 2 seconds lah. Okay, so after 2 seconds, MATLAB akan display the last line, which is bye-bye. Okay. Okay, terus bye-bye. Alright. So that's it. That's it for apa ni? Display and input function. Okay. Okay.